Good morning or
Oh
afternoon. Is it afternoon
yeah,
now? It is just afternoon. So, how are you?
very well, thank you. Stacey, how are you?
Oh, 10 out of 10. Absolutely marvellous. Thanks for asking.
Good.
It's lovely to see you as always.
And you. It's been a
Thank you
little
very much.
while since we spoke last time, hasn't it? So
It is, it is. And time has gone super quick because we have the show and things have obviously been a little bit busy and chaotic and lovely since then. But we thought we'd probably be wise to do a catch up because our special offer from the collaborations coming to an end. In fact, I think
hey,
officially it might already have ended, but
yes, but we're nearly the end of the month. I think there's a little bit of wiggle room
hmm,
to extend it on both parts if any of
I
our customers
think
want to.
yeah, I think so. I think this is the reason that we wanted to get together is just to kind of recap that lovely collaboration that we've done, go through some of the questions that we both found that we were asked about each other's brands from our
Yeah.
current customers. There was a few that kind of stood out that were asked more times than once, and we thought it'd be nice to talk through those and give you a final opportunity to obviously make the most of those fantastic collaboration offers between Eve Taylor London and Silhouette Dermalift. So
And I know that there's a lot of customers of our retail customers that have come across to using silhouette machines, and I believe there's quite a
yeah,
few the other way. So we've got some great new customers. So anybody that's customer Silhouette, thank you so much for coming on board with us because we really
and
appreciate it and we're really glad that you felt that the collaboration has really cemented that relationship between us. So thank you.
brilliant. And likewise, we've had some amazing meetings with people, and we've had some really gorgeous therapists come on board, and it's just nice to be able to talk at cross purpose because it is so well amalgamated in terms of technology and skincare. Um, they do work so beautifully together, so it's lovely that we've been able to share that with more people.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
So yeah,
I'm going to jump
go
in.
for
I'm
it.
going to ask a couple of the questions that I've been asked about Eve Taylor. So, if you're ready,
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
beautiful. So, one of the questions that I was asked quite a lot: are you professional only, or can their customers access Eve Taylor products elsewhere?
Right. Okay. So we are in the first instance professional use only, and we always want our therapists to sell through their own business. Now, we do allow our therapists to sell on their own website.
Brilliant.
However, we do stipulate that those products must be sold at the full RRP and not discounted. So if we find that there are any therapists out there selling below salon lists, then it is something where we would contact them to discuss this because we want to make sure it's an even and level playing field so that
Yeah,
people can't just go online and get like 20% cheaper because it's putting everybody at a disadvantage. We
absolutely.
we don't sell through any other channels though, so we don't sell through any web only retail sites. So, like people that go to like Space NK or Sephora, nothing like that, no department stores. And it would always have to be an extension of the therapist's business. So
Amazing.
rather than just exclusively sold online, it's actually, them running their own business and then they actually allow it to their own customers as well. We do sell on our own e-tailer website, but again, this is at the full RRP, and we don't run any offers or any incentives. So, there's nothing for anybody's customer to come from us and get a better deal.
That's
And
brilliant.
we do that as well because some therapists are not always able to retail. And if their clients then want to use the home care, they need to get it from somewhere, and that's where our website comes in.
Perfect. And that is so positive. There's so many salons that have bought into brands and then their clients have gone off and found it on look fantastic. And there's always issues of whether it's genuine, is it how old is it? Is it
Yeah.
really old stock? And and it's
That's the
always been
thing
a
with
bit of
diversion. You just don't always know where it's come from or if
yeah,
it's, somebody's bought it from a liquidized business or anything like that. We always want to make
exactly.
sure that
That's
the products are coming to people from fresh sources.
yeah, and I think I like the fact that you sell through your own website because actually it's creating a larger a larger platform for people to find Eve Taylor and then potentially find the subsequent therapist to support their home care journey with professional treatments. So that's brilliant. I love that.
On our website as well, we do have lots of references to our salon finder.
Perfect.
We're not trying to look like we're trying to be like poacher and
No,
gamekeeper. We are very much behind our therapists, And we do
Beautiful.
want people to buy from the therapist in the first instance rather than from us.
Well, it's great because it always comes with that sort of prescriptive notion as well, which actually leads me into another question. Do they come with training support, retail support? You know, that's something that I know we did touch on last time, but yeah, tell me a little bit more about the support that comes with e-tailer and the
Yeah,
training.
absolutely. So everybody that comes on board with us, regardless of the opening package that they go with, all have access to our online on-demand training. So that it can be accessed at any time of the day. And people, once they're signed up and enrolled on it, they have 3 months to complete the training. So what we ask in the first sort of 4 to 6 weeks of people coming on board is that they complete the product knowledge of either the skincare or the spa body.
Yeah,
Once they've completed that, it gives them a really good understanding of the range. And there might be some therapists, if they've got lots of experience, that they feel fine to carry on without actually having practical hands-on training. If anybody does want hands-on training, though, we do offer that at our head office in Peterborough, and we charge £90 per day. If there's maybe people that can't travel, or they maybe have quite a few team members, we can actually go out and visit the salon and do in-salon training. For that, we
brilliant.
have a cost of £300 plus VAT for the day
Perfect.
training.
That's brilliant. And it's good to have the option of both, like you say, because different people have different levels of experience. And some people need that bit more hands on, other people quite happy with a bit of digital training just to get the knowledge in. And we've all got different learning aspects. We've all got different ways that we absorb information. So that's brilliant.
Of course. But I mean, each opening package always comes with our skincare navigator or spa body navigator, which is our training manual. So for people that are a bit old school, they like something a bit more tactile to hold, keep it on your trolley, refer to it as needed.
Fantastic.
But as
That,
well as the product knowledge online on demand training, we've got lots of other online courses as well. So if you wanted to learn a little bit more about certain skin conditions like
right.
rosacea or hyperpigmentation, there's some great classes on that.
Wow.
There's aromatherapy 101 for somebody that might want to learn about aromatherapy or maybe did aromatherapy years ago and they just want to have a bit of a refresh.
Yeah.
So vast selection of
That's
online
brilliant.
training, all free of charge.
And I feel like that's where a lot of your baseline training from college gets left behind, the skin condition. So that's again big tick. That's fantastic. Another question, which I know the answer to because I saw a post recently. Do you have minimum orders?
Okay, so in the past we had a minimum £50 spend for ongoing orders. However, we have recently got rid of that. So there's an opening order. So if anybody wants to come on board with us for say skincare, it costs £365. That's the lowest package. So it's a small investment, gives you everything that they need to get going, and then from there onwards, any subsequent orders, there's no minimums.
Amazing.
So you can
That's
order as
unreal.
much or as little as you want. But
Unreal.
you
Such
know,
good value.
it is, but I mean, in the first instance, you do need a minimum of product to get going because otherwise you're not going to be able to service your clients. You know, there's not such thing as just one cleanser for everybody because everybody's got different skin types. So, you know, opening order and then you can fly as much as you want after that.
That's brilliant. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, yes, I've had a few people ask me about the ongoing orders. Fantastic. One final one I'm going to ask you. Tell me a little bit more about the actives, the more advanced products. And I find like this is the more age-related line, but it can be very cross-transferable. But tell me about some of the ingredients because people were really intrigued to find that it wasn't just a purely aromatherapy brand. There was much more to it.
Yeah, you see, our heritage is always behind aromatherapy. And, you know,
Mm-hmm.
back in 1963, he was there blending essential oils on the kitchen table. But things progress, and it's great to be able to synergize nature and science together.
Yes.
So our age resist range is a wonderful range of products that combine just that, nature and science. So people might know about essential oils, you know, they've got a time-honored history.
Yeah.
However, there's lots of other ingredients out there available now to get ongoing effects and to get really enhanced effects. So we use a real synergy of ingredients. So we use things like hyaluronic acid for hydration. We also use different peptides, which have some great effects at treating anti-aging, helping
Mm-hmm.
pigmentation, stimulation of collagen and underlying fibers. Antioxidants. We also use vitamins. We use retinol. we use such a vast range of these ingredients. And the great thing is, these are all water based. So they can be utilized with your electrical modalities and driven deeper down into the skin to get
Yes.
those more enhanced effects.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
ingredient technology is coming on leaps and bounds, and there's constantly new ingredients coming out there. We use the ones that are a bit more, time tested and that we know
Good.
what they're actually going to do. But there's always things in the pipeline. Mm.
Intriguing. Yeah, we'll say nothing there. Hey? No, and this is something that I found a lot of people. Aromatherapy has got such, as you say, it's time trusted. People know that it works. But I think very often people are looking for, like you say, that next step. What can they utilize? And I'm absolutely obsessed with the age resist range. If I need a little bit of a pickup with my own skin, I'm like, I've got my go-tos. I know
What are
exactly
the
where I'm going.
go-tos? Which ones do you go to?
It's the resurfacing wash.
Okay.
Is
The
a
dynamic resurfacing cleanser is
big
a
one for me.
absolute staple.
Unbelievable if you want to get your skin prepped. And I love mixing it with the powder exfoliant. I can't think what it's called.
Microfine delic.
Microfine, that's it. The
Yeah,
microfine
got
exfoliant,
a real
mixing those
power.
together.
Powerful. The
Love
thing
it.
is, though, the dynamic resurfacing cleanser, it's great for people that time compressed because it cleanses the skin, it leaves it thoroughly clean, and it resurfaces in one go, and you're out the door.
Exactly. And I can't use anything overly abrasive on my skin. So that it just ticks all the boxes. In fact, I used it yesterday. Look at that glow. Look how glowy
Now,
that
did
is.
you know that you can also use it as a flash mask?
Now I didn't, but that makes perfect sense because you can use it
Yeah.
almost like a very mild peel because it's
Yeah,
lactic.
so sort of cleanse the skin with it, foam it up with a little bit of water, rinse off. While the skin is still very slightly damp, just put a thin layer, avoiding the eyes and the lips, and leave it for a couple of tingly minutes. And then you
Nice.
can either massage it in and rinse off, or just rinse straight away. And it
Oh,
leaves the
that's going
skin
in my
really
holiday bag.
vibrant and bright and just feeling really supple and nurtured. So,
Absolutely,
trick,
yeah.
little trick
I,
there.
I love that. That it's like kind of a one-step face base. It ticks that box for me. It makes it nice and quick and simple, and
Yeah.
it's not aggravating my skin at all. So I absolutely love it.
And it's really good as well if you really want that real bright, vibrant skin. Use the brightening serum after because you're
I'm
getting
eyeing it up
hydration from the
now.
hyaluronic acid in it, and then you're getting a triple dose of vitamin C. So magnesium soluble phosphate, sodium soluble phosphate, and soluble glucoside. So 15%
Made
stabilized vitamin C, and it's not irritating like L-ascorbic acid. So
Yeah,
it makes
ascorbic
your
acid.
skin just glow.
Yeah,
Little
beautiful.
another
I
kick.
find ascorbic acid a little bit sensitizing. It's a bit spicy on my skin.
Mm,
Doesn't tolerate what it used to. But yeah, that kind of rounds up the main questions that I had for Eve Taylor, and you've answered them
okay.
thoroughly. So thank you for that. Was there
No,
anything that you had?
there is. I've got a few questions. I'll take a quick look. So, one question that has come up quite a few times, and a lot of people get a bit confused this one because it's new
Mhm.
technology.
Yes.
But what is the difference between radio frequency and microcurrent?
So, the best way that I can describe this, because I get asked this a lot as a therapist myself, radio frequency is all about skin tightening. It's all about skin laxity. It's about tightening those elastin fibers. It will trigger collagen production and cellular renewal as well. But the main aim is about tightening the skin. So think about those lower face areas, the jowls, anywhere that's got crepiness on the arms as well. Body areas are fantastic. Post weight loss, post pregnancy, post any kind of weight fluctuation, really. But equally, just with the passing of time, where the fibers become elongated, radio frequency is your go-to. Microcurrent, on the other hand, is all about muscle tone and muscle re-education. So anywhere where you've got dynamic lines, the forehead, around the eyes, maybe nasal labial folds, it will be a phenomenal piece of kit for you. Now, the two together, oh, that's a power couple. That is doing a lot of work for you because you're doing the underlying muscle structure and you're tightening that, you're evening out and smoothing out any compressed areas of muscles that have become tight over time, creating those lines and wrinkles and furrows, and then with the radio frequency lifting and tightening the skin overlying. So phenomenal pair.
So, how would you combine those? Would you do both treatments on the same day or
Yeah,
alternate them in a series
you
of
can
different people?
absolutely do them in the same treatment. So I do a lot of bespoke skin treatments, and they are two of my regular pairings, peas and carrots, put them on the same plate.
And would you do microcurrent first and then radio frequency, or the other
So
way
it
around?
varies. Some people prefer to do the microcurrent first, which is my personal go-to. I like to sort of work deeper and then come up to the surface. Whereas other people like to go the other way. They find that the warming effect of the radio frequency seems to enhance their ongoing microcurrent treatment. But really, I've done it both ways and not found any real difference in either or.
Yeah. See, radio frequency is it's one of my favourites now, and the
Phenomenal.
warmth, it just relaxes you so much. I mean, if you do it on yourself, it's not, you can't really go to sleep, but
No,
if
no.
someone does it on you, that lovely warmth, it cocoons in you, like,
It's
mm,
lovely, especially
relaxing.
on the body. I'm like, over and out. Good night. I'm having a snooze.
I've got another question for you.
Go on.
So it is, can I use electricals to target small areas of concern?
Yes, absolutely. So one of the big target areas is around the eyes because it's one of the first places that it shows signs of aging. Eyes and neck, I'd say,
Mhm.
and absolutely microcurrent around the eyes is a great go-to if you wanted to sort of hyper focus on one area or bring it into a non-electrical facial, but add a modality for a small concern area. And on the neck, as I say, radio frequency can be utilised. Likewise, if you've got areas of breakouts, congestion, you can hyperfocus your galvanic and high frequency on those areas. I don't want to just monopolize and talk about the two anti-aging devices. It can be absolutely hyper-focused to areas of concern, and that's something that we can discuss in training as well. And then we have protocols for individual areas, which is very useful.
Yeah, I have noticed there's quite a lot of people becoming more concerned with their eyes. It seems to be one of the requests that I see people on different forums. It's not just, on our own platforms, it's on other
Yeah,
forums out there as well.
yeah,
One
definitely.
great thing is after microcurrent is to use our peel off eye mask.
Oh,
Really
nice.
firms the area in because that weight helps to disperse some of the lymph in that area. It gives a much more refreshed look. So
That's a
good double
really
whammy
nice
of
idea. Yeah,
technology and botanicals there.
yeah, I love that. That's really nice. And
Mm.
the stimulation of the lymphatic fluids with microcurrent as well, combined with the weight, that's beautiful. Yeah, I love that idea.
It's just amazing, just
Love
so
that.
many combinations of technology and hands-on touch and products you can just
It's
use
infinite.
across
It
the board.
really is an infinite. There's so many possibilities with it, which I think is why I like it so much. Never
I've
gets
got one
boring.
last question that has
Go on.
been asked to us. So what warranty and aftercare support is available from Silhouette if one of our retail customers buys a device?
Sure. I mean, well, the warranty comes as standard. It's between 1 to 2 years, depending on the device. Most of them are 2 years. Training is generally included with a lot of devices. If it's not, there's the option to add training on. We've got a training academy up in Cheshire, Altrincham. And a lot of the training, if it comes included with the device, there's the option of doing it in your clinic as well, or again digital if that's something that you've already got the underpinning knowledge of. You just want a bit of a transfer over to a new device. That's something that we can do. Personal support is ongoing as well. My phone is never away from me. I'm going on holiday tomorrow. That will be in my bag because if somebody messages, I am a little bit sad and I will be checking it. Probably not as regularly as when I'm working, but there's always that
Get some
ongoing
downtime.
support. I know, I know.
Okay.
I can't. If I see a message, I can't ignore it. It's getting answered. So the
What's
ongoing
what
support's
would
there.
happen? What would happen? Say somebody had a device for say a number of years, and then all of a sudden I don't know, it maybe needed servicing or
Sure.
it maybe stopped working. What are the options then?
Yeah. So the vast majority of our devices are built at our office in Cheshire, and it's the guys that build the machines that do servicing. So Silhouette service any make, any model, including their own, obviously. But any
Yeah.
make and any model of machine, there is the chance that they can service it and repair it. So there's always the options there for repairs and ongoing servicing and care of your machines, whether it's Silhouette or any other.
And do you recommend a certain time frame of servicing? For ongoing yearly, 2 yearly?
Yearly.
Yeah.
Yearly is mostly the recommendation of insurers. Actually, most insurers, if you check the small print, will want your machines serviced on a yearly basis to make sure that they're functioning as they should be and they're calibrated right.
Oh, but it's great that you do it. And the thing is, doing it on site as well, people have that reassurance that it's not just, bought in
Yeah.
from somewhere else and that you guys just are the middleman. Because I've
No.
seen your little workshop and it's really cool.
I know, it's great. It's great, and
Really good.
it's super hands on. It's not a production line. It's that there's a lot of human effort goes into the building of those machines, and I
Yeah,
think that's brilliant. I think that's a real niche.
yeah. I'm made in Britain as well, which so what else could you want?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Big tick, isn't it? It's always something that we look for, and having, you know, that ongoing support from either your educator or our office, who are all really lovely.
Yeah,
We've got a fantastic team, as have you. It's a nice thing to have in an industry where quite often post sale care can be a little bit non-existent in some cases.
yeah, yeah. No, it's true.
We'll mention nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, was there anything else? Any other
No,
questions?
those are all the questions I've got.
Ah,
I mean, if anybody's watching this video and you have a question, please put it in the comments. And
yeah.
if it's something for me, I can answer it. If it's something that's more Staceyfied, then Stacey will answer it as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And let's just have a little reconfirmation of what those offers are. We're going to extend it till the end of the month. So for
Yeah,
Silhouette, you can get 10% off of selected devices with us if you are an Eve Taylor customer. The code is ET, as in Eve Taylor, collab. So you can do it online, or you can get in touch with me or the office or any of the other educators, and we'll be more than happy to help you and guide you and put you in the right direction if you're unsure of what device it is you're looking for.
right. And equally, if any Silhouette customers want to come on board, use e-tailer in the business, when you place your opening order, if you just let us know that you're a Silhouette customer, and then what you will get is our electricals bundle. So you'll get some of the electrotherapy products for conducting, and then a selection of our Pro Response serums as well. So it gives you a real good head start to be able to use those electrical modalities
I
straight
love
away
those
with your
serums.
products.
I love them. They're so nice,
Yeah, have you
comfortable
got a
to.
favourite? You see, I absolutely
Um,
love the oxygen response. It's such a
it's
good
the oxygenate.
skin tonic.
I know, honestly, that's going in my holiday bag as well.
So yeah, it's really good. It's really good as well because it's got the Saccharomyces lysate in it, and that stimulates the mitochondria of the cell to increase its ATP. And
ATP,
what is
adenosine
ATP, Stacey?
triphosphate, cellular
Yeah,
energy.
cellular energy. That's why your skin just looks really energized after.
Oh,
So
well, that
real
explains
pick me up.
it. That's why I'm glowing. It wasn't just the wash. It wasn't just the cleanser. It's everything else. Yeah, no, absolutely phenomenal. It's been a pleasure, as always. So
Thank you,
thank
Stacey.
you.
Yeah, and to
Welcome.
everybody watching, thank you as well. We
Like,
really appreciate you that you've been
yeah.
part of our collaboration, and we're really excited
Yeah,
to carry it on. So we've got some
please
other
do.
things that we've been discussing. So watch your space.
Exactly. Watch this space. There's more to come. Thanks very
Great.
much, Matt.
All right. Have a great day. See you later.
Bye bye.
Bye.